Hello, YouTube and X. It's your main man back to the BTM Crypto News Network. That's weird. Thanks for joining. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe and super chat. We're live getting ready for Zebec taking the stage in Vegas. Things are finally starting to turn up. The Zebec adoption is on the way. The super app is ready to go live. We've been waiting on for almost a whole quarter. I know from definitely December and January, and now an announcement in February. So, adoption and price action is on the way, especially with the last what is that? Not the rollout, the release of the billion ZBC tokens. There was one in February. The last one is in March. But let's get started. Shout out to the BTM mob, the BTM community, the Zebec crew, the pirates, the sailors, and the entire Zebec Network. So this is Caleb and Brown. Caleb and Brown is a crypto brokerage that helps you with your crypto, helps you self-custody, and gives you 24/7 support and one-on-one broker. And they will also be at the Vegas conference. So it's going down. Let me know if you guys are going. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And get ready for the Zebec Network to take off to the moon. BTM Crypto News Network. What up, Silver Days? Zebec to the moon, of course. Silver. Good evening. What up, Chris? Yorso? 9M or M9. Brother Israel, what's going on with you, fam? Where you been, bro? But thanks for joining. Moving on to the bubbles. So this is XPR is up 2.8%. Telegram's up 1.2. AIXBT is up 2.9. CVX is up 3.1. Zcash is up 0.3. NXO is up 0.5. XVS. OKB Arbitron is up 0.3. XVS is up 5%. OKB is up 1%. Cardano 80K is up 1.1. ICP is up 0.3. Ethereum is up 1.5 on the day, down 0.2 on the hour, down 5.9 on the week, down 39.6 for the month, down 25.5 on the year to 1,993. Still on that 2,000 mark. Helium was up. Helium was up big earlier because it came down up 5.3 on the day, up 0.4 on the hour, up 54.9 on the week, up 4.9 on the month, and 61.5 on the year. SQD's up 2.1. XRP is up 0.5, down 0.3 on the day, up 2.3 on the week, up 29.8, 27.8 on the month, and 45.9 on the week. To $1.48. What is this? Been long time, been sick. And I know that, brother. I got a cold or something over the weekend. It is killing me. Oh man. Been crazy tired. Trying to struggle through, but man, you ain't joking. BitTensor Tiles 2.8. Solana is up 0.7. Osmosis is up 0.9. Metals up 1.8. Filecoin's up 0.7. Atom Cosmos is up 6.1. Nexo's up 6.1. Satoshi's is up 2.2. World Liberty Financial is up 0.1 on the day, 0.7 on the hour, down 9.7 on the week, down 39.5 on the month. Satoshi's is up 2.2. I did a Bitcoin video earlier. Things are getting crazy with the Bitcoin. They're talking about it might go down to 45, 42,000. Interesting. Airdrome Financial is up 6.5, down 0.7 on the hour, up 4.4 on the week, down 40.6 on the month, and 60.7. Gala's up 1.1. Radium's doing a little something, up 10.8 on the day, down 5.4 on the hour, up 5.4 on the hour, 4.5 on the hour, up 13.4 on the week. Stronghold's been hanging in there, down 2.6 on the day, 0.5 on the hour, 2.6 on the week, 37.3 on the month, and 54%. Let me know. You think we should start talking about Stronghold? I don't know. Cubic's up 3.1. Ethereum Classic is up 0.9. World Mobile token is down 1.2, down up 0.2 on the day, down 7.7 on the week, down up 6.6 on the month, down 69.3 on the year. Caspa is up 1.4 on the day. Dash is up 2.2. Hyperliquid is up 2.5, down 0.4 on the hour, down 1.1 on the week, down 22.1 on the month, and up 18.1 on the year. Jupiter's up 1.2. Sui's up 2%. Jasmine's up 1.1. Bitcoin SC is up 0.4. Qual is down 6.4. Trump tokens down 5%. Tom's down 1. Pith is down 5.4. The Zcash is down 0.2 on the day, up 0.3 on the hour, up 22.9 on the week, down 25.3 on the month, and up 735 on the year. So drum rolls, please. The crypto we all know and love, the Zebec Network, is up 0.7 on the hour, down 0.4 on the day, down 5.3 on the week, down 35.3 on the month, and still up 63.2 on the year. It's weird. I'm used to being up at least 100 or 100 or 90 or even 80. It dropped below, up 60% on the year to 0020. It's been holding strong at the 020. So I don't know. What is this? Peter Talk Tau. Yeah, I did stake some big Tensor Tau, so I might have to start talking about it. But too many cryptos, not enough time. But we definitely need to look at those for real. I'm holding Atom, which is Cosmos, Cardano, Time to buy Caspa again, and Zebec. I got some Cosmos as well. I think the staking is like 15.2%. It's crazy high. So I got some just to stake it. And I guess I'll unstake it and buy the dip on Zebec. And I really got back into Cardano. I was in Cardano big. I was first in Ethereum, Cardano, Bitcoin, and Caspa. And I kind of just got tired of the Cardano would do anything, right? In the was that the CEO, Hawkins, president, whatever he is, just not really doing much. So I was like, I'm gonna let these guys go, but I might look back at it. But BitTensor Tau, I know for sure is gonna pump. That's why I got it staking, and I got it while it was cheap. So I don't know. Maybe Stronghold. I had Airdrome, but I let that go as well. But over to CoinMarketCap. CoinMarketCap for crypto. Market cap's 2.3 trillion, down 1.21%. CMC 20 is 141,052 cents, down 0.11%. We are still in extreme fear. which is weird. I thought we would be closer to greed, but I guess nobody's buying, so we're in fear. Altcoin season is 29, pushing back to Bitcoin dominance. Even though Bitcoin is down, people are buying it, right? Don't believe the hype. Everybody's not selling it. Somebody's buying it. Average crypto RSI is 48.74. That's crazy. Wow. CoinMarketCap has AI now. Interesting. So let's look at the numbers first. We are at 94,859. So we're going to hit that 95,000 soon. For the hour, we added 4 hours, we added 4. 12 hours, 36. The day, 57. 3 days, 161. 7 days a week, 331. 2 weeks, 1,099. 30 days, 2,963. We've been hanging strong in the 3,000 range. Looks like we're dropping again. We're at the 0020. Oh, we are under 100 for the year. Down 0.49 or up 0.49 on the hour. Down 0.49 on the day. That's weird. We're down for the day, but 7 days we're up 5 or down 5.29. 30 days we're down 35.19. 90 days, 3 months, which is the quarter, 27.7. And for the year we're up 61.82. That's weird. We're usually up in a 100 range, 90 range maybe. It's been a while since we've been under the 80% for the year. Interesting. If we go into a bear, buy, definitely Israel. Definitely. Where you been, brother? Definitely. It's going to be buying season. And I think with the announcement Friday, right? They're talking about the tariffs. I'm pretty sure they're going to vote against the tariffs, but I could be wrong. They might vote for it, which would send everything spiraling. So hang in there and see what happens Friday. Might be a serious discount coming. For our chart, we are at 48.54. Our side base moving average is 46.8. Red's over blue, so we are bearish on the 4 hour. 2 hour looks like we are slightly bullish. What is this? So yeah, it looks like we're building a little volume on the 2 hour. RSI is 50.1. RSI base moving average is 41. When the average is above the base, that means we are in overbought. So price should be going up. Let me see here on the 45 minutes. Looks bullish, building volume there as well. RSI is 57.8. RSI base moving average is 49. On the 15-minute chart, RSI is 61.0. The base moving average is 49.9. And, that's tight on the, what is this? On the 15-minute. Looks like it is bullish, though. But we will see going over to X. Of course, the super app is going live February 25th. Can't wait. Zebec super app goes live. This is the moment Zebec stopped being a product and became a platform. People don't adopt crypto, they adopt convenience. The shift is already happening. Most won't notice until it's obvious. Shout out to Mr. Foresight. I think we get that video up for later. Oh, this is the warm up while we're loading the carbon card with Freedom Dollar. Zebec Network's quietly rolling out the foundation for something massive. February 25th isn't just a super app launch, it's the moment PayFi goes desktop power mode. We're talking real time money flows, unified payroll, cards, and treasury, desktop grade tools for builders, businesses, and power users. One hub for global payments, one for interface for the future of finance. Mobile showed what's possible. This top is where it gets serious. This is when Zebec stops feeling like a crypto app and starts feeling like a financial infrastructure. Early vibes, strong launch day. After that, whole new era, great video, and always thank you for engaging. And this is the super app streaming payroll, crypto swaps, Zebec card, treasury tools, fiat on and off, 200 plus clients, 500 million annual volume, 138 countries. Zebec utility engine, fees paid in Zebec, tokens burned, deflationary, staking threshold, fee discounts, and token unlocks. And this, of course, the app we've been waiting for on Apple and Google Pay. But the app will be first on the desktop. And then I guess the mobile app. So there's the cards, Google Pay app, payments, crypto, all in one hub for DeFi. Shout out to Captain Zach. This is another quick video from this B Rocket. Every action inside the Zebec Super app strengthens Zebec. All fees paid in Zebec, every payment, every stream, every transaction. As usage grows, more Zebec is permanently taken out of circulation. Real utilities create real demand. Real demand creates real scarcity. 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 This is infrastructure driven deflation. The super app doesn't just use Zebec, it reinforces its value with every interaction. That's cool. I actually like this image too, though. The Zebec in the back with the coin burning, right? You peep that? It's like the coins melting into the stratosphere. I don't know. So keeping it moving, crypto becomes real when it moves beyond the screen into everyday use. With Zebec Super app, your silver carbon cards are instantly connected. Load stable coins and send cash. Tap with the pay, Apple Pay or Google Pay. Oh, you can tap too? Oh, snaps. Tap with Apple or Google Pay. Send anywhere. MasterCard is accepted. No delays, no barriers, just real world access. This is what real utility looks like. So, you guys, it's going to be big, right? You can use your Apple or Google Pay or what was that? Or Apple Pay if you can touch and send crypto. I remember doing it with crypto.com and going to the store, buying some snacks and a drink. A transaction took like 5 minutes. And they're always like, what's going on? It was like, still waiting. It's still waiting. So I was like, man, I don't know. And that's what was with Ethereum, I think. I could imagine trying to do it with Bitcoin before the Lightning Bitcoin. Man, them transactions were slow as heck. So with the super app, hopefully it's going to speed everything up. I'm going to see if there is a video here. I guess not. People have been reporting problems with X. I didn't see anything, but they said X was down, which is weird. Uh, VBIC, the next 90 days are stacked. This isn't random. This is strategic. Here's what's coming. Desktop super app launch February 25th. Real utility, real users, real adoption. This is where PayFi begins visible to the masses. Token final unlock. That's the unlock talking about earlier. Token unlocks. March 15, 2026. No more overhang. No more dilution. Narrative fully circulating, fully transparent. August 30th or April 30th through May 1st, 2026. Simon speaking at the XRP Vegas. Ecosystem alignment, Ripple community exposure, institutional eyes watching, super app launch, supply clarity, uh, public stage exposure. This is not noise. This is momentum building in layers. Things felt quiet until they're not. Crypto moves slow, then all at once. The next few months aren't just updates, they're positioning. You either see the setup or you see it after the move. But he's right. There's a lot of things coming. And they've been working on this a while. And a lot of these things are finally coming together, right? There's finally the adoption, the communication, the consensus, everything is coming together perfectly. Um, Zebec is something like the next thing. I would already be rich if I was scabbing Zebec in the beginning. I should have bought and hailed. Zebec is tied to a POS system. I think Zebec will be a POS system. From what I can tell, it's a whole network, right? You're going to do payroll. They're going to do credit cards. They're going to do infrastructure. They're going to do payments. This is another, most people won't understand what February 25th actually means. Oh, man. It's not just an app, it is access to infrastructure that's already been built. So, yeah, these crypto rails are kind of what's going down, and people don't even understand. I think when the app releases, everything else, people are going to run to it. There's going to be a lot of buzz. I already see new people creating content for Zebec, so it's only a matter of time. Zebec ships in motion, and I like that chart actually. At the 00206. And this is, what is this? Really? Fishy, bro. It sounds like you're getting cold feet at for zero reasons. If you haven't already dumped your bag, feels like you're just reaching for excuses to S talk and spread doubt on the Zebec network. Boo this man. What's going on here? Uh Throbbing Fantern. The post was deleted by author. What? Interesting. Wait, there's a post here? Okay. That's not what we wanted. Interesting that you would remove the founder off your website without informing the public and your community. Smells fishy. Actually, they did say, right? We've been talking about this for months. What is this guy being? Interesting. Red Piranha. Anyway, keep it moving. Haters gonna hate out of the woodworks. It's comical. we would use a good laugh. That was funny. Huh? Dang, they going in on this clown. Keeping it moving. Wake up, ZBCN is not to be reckoned with pirates now. Almost every serious creator in the space is finally saying the thing. ISO compliant tokens are the future of global finance. Real infrastructure beats hype. Utility always wins. And sitting right in the middle of the conversation, the Zebec Network. Let that sink in. While most projects are chasing narratives, Zebec's already building real rails, continuous payroll, global card send, stablecoin PayFi compliance, first architecture, enterprise ready money movement. Creators are listed ISO compliant assets left to right. The biggest sleeper in the room keeps getting overlooked. The ZBCN. This isn't another maybe someday token. This is distribution infrastructure. This is real time money. This is PayFi. Banks talk, builders build, ZBIC builds. When the market finally connects the dots between ISO standards, stablecoins, payrolls, and global spend, ZBIC won't be catching up. It's already sailed. Pirates can't wait for permission. We sail early. ZBCN, real rails, real utility, real future, not reckoned with. And I'm looking at ISO. I've seen like XRP, Stellar, H bar, Algorand, Cardano, Zebec, Quant, and I never remember what that other one is. That's weird. But we will see because I was looking at another one and the ZBEC's not even on there. It's weird. Well, they're compliant, but they're not listed with all the compliance list, which I think is weird. But he's right. They're trying to hold us back, man. Pirates ISO tokens can't compete. They stack. Banks create liquidity. XRP, XLM, HBAR, Algorand, IOTA. Maybe that's IOTA. Settle it, Quant, and XDC connected. ZBEC delivers it. That's the global money graph. Let's see here. The ZBEC network streaming payments, staking incentives usage, central bank digital currencies, Algorand POS, pure POS, XFi delegated POS, TradeFi, JP Morgan, Consensus, Quant, the Overledger, Constellar, HGraph, Accenture, Stellar, IBM Weaver, Hyperledger Fabric, Ripple, Protocol Consensus Algorithm, the Interledger, R3, Stellar to Quant to ZBIC, ZBIC to Quant to XDC. Just following the lines, bro. Just following the lines. But yeah, looks like ZBCN is right in the mix of action all the way and integrated. The countdown has begun. 27 days until the ZBCN is fully circulated. Vested 93%, unlock 93.15. Locked 1.02 billion. And that would be the final unlock. Why is untracked 5.8 billion? Next unlocking event, 1.02 billion, 1.02% of total supply. 27 days, 21 hours, 3 minutes, and 4 seconds. Where did she find that at? Is it here? This is the article. No links though. Definitely not reading all that. Shout out to Crypto Queen. Oh man.
Say when.
My main man Doc Holiday from
Say
Tombstone.
when.
See you out here. ZBCN Pirates, why this stack wins. XRP, XLM, Zebec, the real global payment takeover. Most cryptos try to be everything. This stack doesn't. It does exactly what global money needs. Each layer stands in its lane. That's why it works. Let's break it down. XRP institutional settlement built by Ripple. Ripple isn't chasing retail hype, it's optimized for bank liquidity, cross border settlements, high volume transfers, and regulated conduits. This is the whole rail. XRP moves large money between financial institutions fast, cheap, and with finality. Think of XRP as the interbank engine and the backbone connecting major players globally, not flashy, mission critical. XLM global access on off rails powered by Stellar Development Foundation. XLM solves the hardest problem in crypto, getting the real world fiat off and on chain. It's designed for local currencies, remittance, financial inclusion, anchors, compliance, and emerging markets. XLM is the last mile connector, while XRP handles the big institutional pipes. XLM handles the everyday access, converting local money into digital rails and back again. This is how money actually reaches people. ZBCN, the real time PayFi distribution built on the Zebec Network. This is the missing layer everyone overlooks. Zebec doesn't move money, it distributes it in real time. Continuous payroll, which is big. Contract payout, which is also big. Treasury flows, cards, and instant spend, streaming payments, and business payfi. I think this is the most important part, right? Once you get the money in the large sums to actually distribute it down to people with the Zebec app and the card is the final connector to the global crypto economy. This is why crypto becomes daily life, not trading, not speculation. Rent, groceries, salary, businesses, Zebec turns settlement into usable money. Exactly. It actually makes the crypto cash. I'm hoping we get one hard dip. We may in March. Gonna wait and see. ZBIC is the next big move. Believe it. The stack collapses everything into one flow. Institution, chain, business, worker, card, everywhere. That's the breakdown. So shout out to the ZBIC Army and Captain Zach and Crypto Queen and Crypto Chrome and ZBCN man for breaking all of the information down for the ZBIC network. What is this? Checking out some ZBIC upgrades when I load up my carbon card. Haven't even what I've heard even bigger upgrades on desktop for super app launch. Let's see what she
steps, and now I've heard that basically I use the Beck cards basically on a daily basis, and I heard that they just have done a massive upgrade with the super app. So I'm super curious to see how much more user friendly this whole experience will be. In the past, I never had an issue with loading up a card, but sometimes people said there was a few steps, and now I've heard that basically everything is in one place. So I figured we would check it out together. I'm going to load up my carbon card with Freedom Dollar today, and I can just point out some of the new features I discovered. My Zeno wallet, I'm going to go ahead and click on the browser feature and then select super app. After that, I'll select which Zeno wallet I want to use today. And then I'm going to enter in the email address associated with my Zebec account. Now I'm in the super app. I can see all active and inactive cards all in one place. And I even have a PIN number. This is a huge upgrade. Before, I had no idea what my PIN was. So this is really helpful. I can see all card transactions all in one place. I don't have to go over to my payment vault now. And I can fund the cards. So I'm going to select on Freedom Dollar today. And I'm going to enter in $20 to fund my carbon card, my reloadable card. And it'll just take a few seconds. I'll press confirm. And then this information will also be emailed to me through my payment vault, but it's all in one place on the super app now. You could see my total balance right here. And then when I click on my carbon card, you could see my available balance as well, my PIN number, and you can see all card transactions. Favorite upgrade easily is now being able to see the card balances. Before, I really struggled with this. I didn't used to like having to go into my payment vault to be able to see all that information. It's really easy now that it's all in one place. So I think this is a major upgrade. I'm really curious to hear if you guys use Zebec cards. And if you do, what is your favorite cryptocurrency to load up on the Zebec cards? Let me know down in the comments.
Yeah, that actually is pretty awesome. I didn't even know you could do all this. Or does anybody have the cards? I think I applied for one, but I never got to this point. Have you guys done all this before? Anybody?
Features I discovered.
Somebody?
My Zeno wallet, I'm going to go ahead and click on the browser feature and then select super app. After that, I'll select which Zeno wallet I want to use today. And then I'm going to enter in the email address associated with my Zebec account. Now I'm in the super app. I can see all active and inactive cards all in one place. And I even have a PIN number. This is a huge upgrade. Before, I had no idea what my PIN was. So this is really helpful. I can see all card transactions all in one place. I don't have to go over to my payment vault now. And I can fund the cards. So I'm going to select on Freedom Dollar today. And I'm going to enter in $20 to fund my carbon card, my reloadable card. And it'll just take a few seconds. I'll press confirm. And then this information will also be emailed to me through my payment vault, but it's all in one place on the super app now. You could see my total balance right here. And then when I click on my carbon card, you could see my available balance as well, my PIN number, and you can see all card transactions. Favorite upgrade easily is now being able to.
So does she already have the super app? Am I missing something? Check out Zebec's upgrades while I load up my carbon card. You guys got carbon cards? What did I just look at? What am I seeing here? Right? What's going on? Is this the future? Has this already happened? Did I miss the super app launch? So the super app connects to the carbon card. I need to go back to see what happened to my carbon card. Hold up. Hold up. ZBCN fact that nobody talks about, even most holders, missed this one. The name Zebec isn't random, it's crypto jargon. It's inspired by a real historic ship, the Xbec or Zebec, a super fast, agile Mediterranean sailing vessel from the 16th and 19th century used by pirate merchants and natives to outrun or outmaneuver bigger, slower ships. Just like that ship, Zebec Network designed to the lean, fast, and disruptive streaming money per second on Solana to bypass clunky legacy payroll systems that move like old galleons. Most people think it's cool sounding name, but it's deliberate nod to being the quickest way to move value in a slow financial world. What's the deepest, most under the radar Zebec fact you've uncovered? That's actually pretty big, right? I don't know. You can beat that, brother. That's actually pretty amazing. Shout out to ZBCN man. That's actually crazy interesting. But we will see. I need to add something to that at some point. Mr. Foresight, Zebec Super App's the game changer for crypto. Discover the Super App for ultimate convenience and full episode.
To them actually making good on all their Because when you look at the totality, I say to myself, we always talk about crypto. I want to talk about Zebec's new super app that is slated to come out on desktops February 25th. Now, why that is important? Because it moves from just talking about the things that Zebec is going to do to them actually making good on all their promises. Because when you look at the totality of crypto, what I see, I say to myself, we always talk about crypto adoption, but people don't adopt crypto. People adopt convenience. And if you remember that, then you're on to something. What this super app is going to offer for people is convenience. That's what they want. They want something that they can set down, desktop, and then it's going to come to the app where they can just take care of all their business all in one place. I want to talk about.
So shout out to the super app. It's actually pretty cool. And the web version, I don't think it's released yet, unless she's got a beta or something. I don't know. Extra, read all about it. February 16th, Volume 3, the Zebec Gazelle. Zebec sails to XRP Vegas, the largest XRP conference in the world. Our captain, Simon, will be speaking along industry leaders. A future of blockchain payments and real world utility. The ZBCN takeover begins. Must have a testnet version. What up? Ow. ZBCN completes a global payment stack unlike anything in crypto, handles institutional settlement, moving liquidity between banks effectively and securely. XLM bridges fiat to crypto, enabling seamless access and cross-border transfers. ZBCN delivers real-time distribution, salaries, contractors, payouts, treasury flows, and instant card spend. This is the stack, not speculation. This is real-world financial infrastructure that works today. Discover full systems. Super app makes staking ZBCN part of the core. Stake directly inside the app, earn rewards. ZBCN Pirate security isn't a feature for ZBCN, it's the foundation. While most projects chase hype, ZBCN is quickly building a multi-layer security, privacy stacked, designed for real world finance at scale. Here's what's already integrated and aligned across the Zebec ecosystem. Tangent, Aleo HQ, Dash Pay, Houdini Swap, Cryptic, Qual Network, and Ghostware put together. You get something most crypto talk about but rarely deliver. Hardware security, ZK privacy, encrypted rails, privacy swaps, scalable L1 settlement, and real payment infrastructure. That's actually pretty big, actually. February 20th, the financial shift is here. Financial systems don't move randomly, they follow presidents' predictable cycles of expansion, access, and correction and reinvention. Interesting. I read all that. But shout out to ZBCN man for all that information. And I'm pretty much tucked out. So let's go to some videos and see what's going down.
Destroying other cryptos and rankings this cycle. However, I still think we have some time to go. When we go and look at the weekly candle, I am unfortunately, pre-recording this a couple hours earlier than I would like, right? Because in a couple hours we would have the official close, but I do have to go to a family dinner, so my apologies for that. Actually, psych, I ain't apologizing for spending time with my family. You gotta be kidding me. Anyways, listen, right? We can see that when we look at the weekly, last week we kind of have a doji candle, and not only that, but unfortunately, it is a bullish candle, right? It did close as a buy candle. I would have preferred if it closed as a very, very weak sell candle than a weak buy candle, because it actually does make a little bit of a difference, right? It does make a difference because what the picture shows us is, hey, we tried to push up, even though we went down a lot at one point and recovered, which is obviously still great. It does show that, hey, we did also go up and we ended as a weak buy candle instead of a weak sell candle, which obviously is it's a little bit worse than if it was just a weak sell candle. Overall, though, I still generally expect some type of upside momentum, even if it's not the reversals. I expect this zone to get contested one more time. And I would not be surprised if we have this high over here and then we form a lower high on the weekly, right? When we go and look at something like the daily right now, right? If we go zoom in, we can see that we are getting squished from both ends. We have this low over here and we have this higher low. We have this high and we have a lower high. So we really don't have a lot of space and wiggle movement to pretty much stall out anymore, right? If we take the bottom of this sell candle, we take the top of this buy candle, move it slightly lower, boom. I think we have roughly probably a 10% range, maybe more or less. Boom. Yeah, 11%. So 11.5%. And we can see we're running out of space, right? There's only so much, wiggling we can do up and down, up and down, and up and down before we have to make a choice. Okay. Um, I usually don't say this, but right now I don't know which way the markets are going to go because there's two perspectives you could look for. Okay. First off, when you're a trader, you want confirmations. And sometimes, if you don't know what's going to happen, you should just be patient because we are having nice buying pressure, but they're also having nice selling pressure. So in this case, you would want to be patient. But since I am going to be, since I make these videos every day, you guys like them. Right now we're going to go based off speculation. Overall, we can see that we have kind of been consistently selling off since the 20th of January. Yes, there's a little bit upside here and there, but generally, in the bigger picture, we have been selling off. So just because of that, and just because of Bitcoin, selling off for a couple of weeks consistently, and the last 2 weeks being much, much weaker selling candles, I feel like we are due for some type of buy candles. Does that mean it's on the automatic reversals? Is the reversals that we're looking for to head up back to 120K? No, not necessarily. Right? This could just be a simple play of us coming here, going back here, retesting off maybe 84K to then sell lower. Right? It could be as simple as that. But it still doesn't mean that's not a buy week, right? Or two bi-weekly candles. So yeah. Well, with that being said, I do expect a little bit of upside momentum, generally speaking. But once again, this is more confirmation. This is more of a gamble than confirmations. When we go look at it from a monthly standpoint, we can see the last 2 months, although this month is not finished, the last 2 months have been pretty much, weak sell candles. They really, really have been. And we have been consistently selling off since October. Not the craziest momentum each month, but still, nonetheless, it is, a sell candle. Generally speaking, I would expect a lot of the buy side momentum to kind of start happening quarter 2 because we seen that kind of play out when the next, last time around, right? Last time around, January was a little bit sideways. We had February go up. We had March kind of sell off. So the quarterly candle was kind of whatever. And then once the new quarter starts, it's kind of like a refresher, right? It's a refresher because it means, okay, if quarter 1 was going sideways or selling off, that means quarter 2 can be, buys. Okay. And it's usually very, very unorthodox for a quarter to go from, sell offs to then complete buys in the last month, right? Like January, February could be sell offs slash sideways movement, and then March could go up, but it's kind of unorthodox. And even if we do go up, I wouldn't expect March to be an insane candle. I would expect quarter 2 to be really insane, if anything, right? Nice, consistent pumps because, that's just kind of the way the cookie crumbles. The same thing, right? once we had sell-offs for most altcoins in 2025, it was kind of like the yearly candle was getting retested, right? It was the yearly retest, it was the yearly sell-off. So he pretty much had to wait until 2026 to see some type of life in altcoins. So that's just how it goes. But overall, we know that
Before I go, BTM, take a look at the stock ticker symbol GLDO. It's also another one. The ticker symbol is UUFF. These are man and stocks, penny stocks. I'm already in the green. Really? I'll check it out and let you know. Thanks for the updates.
time is starting to run out. We know that we have to make a choice and we have to break out sooner than later when it comes to all of this, right? We know it's roughly going to be around March time, depending on your perspective. But we've known that for some time that, in quarter one slash beginning of quarter two should be when we start bursting out because we are running out of space. And, on the daily, right, we're running out of space and we have to make a choice, right? And obviously, it is going to make a choice. But when you be looking at something like this, where you have months and months of data and it has to make a choice, usually it does go to the upside, right? Obviously, if it went down something like this, boom, retest to go lower, that would be very, very devastating. Technically, in theory, it could happen, but that means something would really, really be wrong with crypto and we would lose structure and probably Bitcoin would be going down to like 40K or 30K, right? Something like that. That's the only type of way, which I don't personally believe. I believe Bitcoin's
Wow, a Vanguard mining stock? This is real? What is this? Uranium strategy, new Vanguard Mining Corporation, a resource exploration company engaging acquisition exploration for mineral properties in Canada. Oh, I don't know. I had my share with penny stocks. I don't know, man. And what is this other one? This is GL.
generally going to be ranging around, you can say the big range is like high 50s to low 70s to retest to then go back up to the hundreds of thousands of dollars, in my personal opinion, right? This structure is also one of the most bullish structures when you're looking for, breakouts to upside, right? This type of flag, this type of pattern, because it does create a lot of liquidity up here, right? Liquidity points. So for the market makers, this is very, very nice. They start breaking out and then they start reclaiming all of these zones. I've said it before, once we start reclaiming, we should not really be ever going back down to these zones unless it's going to be bear season. Okay. Unless it's going to be bear season. So yeah, this is very, very exciting, right? This is very, very exciting in my personal opinion. And yeah, man. I know we're kind of in a gray zone. I know we're kind of in a 50-50 zone. But I still overall expect Zebec to kind of just be whatever, probably for a little bit more. If we do break up to the upside, right? The key zones we're going to be looking for is once again this retest here, because this was a support previously. It is now a resistance. So we would break up and retest and try to push past 0.0024. If we were successful, then we would be looking to be going back upwards of 0.003, as this is probably the next biggest support zone after that, right? These are the kind of the two big zones we're looking for. If we do go up and we see massive, massive rejections, right? Then we most likely will be coming back down to contest some of these lower zones again to possibly then go back up. Now, that once again, this is just a little bit more theory, but that is just reality. However, if we do start breaking to the downside, the area I would be looking for is pretty much to see how we react off the 0.0017, right? This zone up here, as we do have a nice institutional candle. We also do have imbalance over here. So this would be a very, very nice zone to bounce off of. This would probably be our like one of our last lifelines to make an attempt to go up, right? And then at that point, it's just a matter of, okay, are we consistently creating lower and lower and lower highs and we're going to break down to the downside, or are we actually flipping the script and we're creating higher highs, higher highs, and higher lows, higher lows, higher lows, and then staircasing to the upside, right? That's really all it comes down to. So I wouldn't worry too much. I wouldn't worry too much. overall, I'm still very confident in Zebec when it comes to the long term, right? Zebec continue to dominate despite what the price is, right? The news is coming out left, right, and center. We can see we are ranked 134 out of 8,835 active cryptos. In the last month, we are down 33%. In the last week, we're down roughly 9.5%. And in the last day, we're actually down almost 6%. No Coinbase, no Binance, but we know Coinbase is around the corner, and the holders once again do not disappoint, and we are consistently rising. That is it, though, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you guys did enjoy, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye.
So shout out to the sniper. I want to go over to Grow Rich and Grow Happy with this Zebec app. Let's see what he's talking about.
Today's message. Here's a hard truth that many people avoid. If you can't walk away from something, regardless what it is, then you're not in a partnership. You're in a prison. That applies to everything, a job, career, whatever it is. Person, if you can't walk away, then it's not a partnership. It is a psychological prison. So I want you to think today and throughout your week, what are you so tied to that you can't walk away? Because walking away might be a good thing for you. Welcome back, all my free thinkers, to another episode of Grow Rich, Grow Happy, that place where we follow the breadcrumbs to wealth. And let me say, guys, I'm glad to be back. Glad to be back. And with that, it's a lot of things to talk about, but I'm not going to go back so far in time, especially when it comes to Zebec, because that's what I want to talk about today. But I do want to talk about what's going on in the market right now. It's just been a tsunami of catastrophes, it seems like, in the crypto market. Things are down when you think it's hit bottom, things go down even further. And let me tell you, all this time I've been away, I've been buying crypto. I continue to buy crypto. I'm scraping the bottom of the barrel just to make sure I can get a little bit of this Potenza tile, or maybe some Canton, which hasn't moved. I did a video on that. And Zebec Network, guys, the gift that keeps on giving. But what I'm going to talk about today, I want to talk about Zebec's new super app that is slated to come out on desktops February 25th. Now, why that is important, because it moves from just talking about the things that Zebec is going to do to them actually making good on all their promises. Because when you look at the totality of crypto, what I see, I say to myself, we always talk about crypto adoption, but people don't adopt crypto. People adopt convenience. And if you remember that, then you're on to something. What this super app is going to offer for people is convenience. That's what they want. They want something that they can set down, desktop, and then it's going to come to the app where they can just take care of all their business all in one place. And then you take the best thing and they're streaming their pay 24/7. How can you lose with something like this? This is how Zebec, again, that Trojan horse, is moving over into that retail side where everyone is going to want to get a piece of it. So that's what we're going to talk about. But do me a favor first, guys, smash that like button, give me a sub, hit that bell notification so you don't miss any of these videos, and check down below, get you a Tangent wallet, get you a Zebec Tangent wallet. I checked and there's 191 wallets left. I already got mine. Make sure you get yours. Use my link down below. That 10% does go to support the channel. Swing over to growrichgrowhappy.com. Check out all the freebies over there as well. And there's a lot of freebies, but check out my book, Overcoming Self for Crypto Wealth. This is a perfect time to be using that book while the market is down, and you can get in and grab all these great projects that are out there. But the book will show you how to go through those projects and to vet them properly. So with that being said, guys, let's jump over here. Let's talk. So check this out. So we got it here. The Zebec Super App goes live February 25th. All of Zebec's ecosystem under one roof. Access your silver and carbon card, stream payroll across Solana, stake ZBCN, designed for everyday use. This is great. You can stake your Zebec, and everything is in one place. People always ask me down below in the comments, am I staking Zebec? And the truth is, I told you guys, I still haven't staked any of my Zebec yet, but I'm waiting on this app, and then I'm going to check it out. I might stake a little bit in the beginning, that's how I am. I know all you guys are always staking and getting those profits. It's time for me to do that as well, because I have a nice, pretty hefty bag of Zebec. So I can't wait to try this out. Maybe put a million or so, maybe million, 2 million Zebec in there, see how much I can actually gain on it. But I think, guys, that this is a game changer. You guys let me know down below, what do you think as well? And here it is. Here it says February 25th, launch introduces the desktop version of the Zebec Super app. Mobile version coming soon. They said that an enterprise grade edition designed for institutional and professional users will follow. Now, what I do want to do, I want to jump over here, because this warrants us taking another look. I'm over on the Zebec payroll in their website, and this is a Zebec Super app. So although this is mobile, just imagine it's on the desktop version, and this is what you got. You got your wallet balance right here, total balance, total streams, got your amount to stream, confirm transaction, everything right here. You see you got your cards. Guys, let me know down below how many of you guys got a Zebec payroll card, or whether it's the carbon or the black card. Let me know, or the silver card. Let me know if you guys got those. I would like to know. And what is your what has been your experience with using them? How has it been working for you? I love to hear down below in the comments, guys. So if you look here, guys, this is going to be massive. Everybody's been waiting on it to happen. So with that, guys, I want to jump over here, because the next thing I want to take a look at, we got right here. Look at this, guys. You got we fell below this. We was down when I was buying. I remember buying down in 1.9 or 1.8. I want to say, let's look right here. I got it on 1 month. Actually, we fell down on February 5th. We fell down to 1.5. I didn't get it that low. I did not get it that low. I wish I could have. I think the lowest I got it was 1.8. But we're back up right here. Not worried at all. Again, look at this. It's taking a beating, but so is the overall crypto market as well, guys. So there's nothing really doing too well. Of course, this right here, actually XRP is doing a little bit, but for the most part, everything is taking a beating. So again, I'm looking at all of this, and I think everybody should be excited. Everybody should be excited that this is coming out, because what's being done right now and during all of this crypto crash and all of the stuff that's going on in the world says a lot. They're still working. They're still putting out projects. Also, they have a upcoming Spaces tomorrow. I'll flash that up here, guys, because I can't remember who it's with. But, I'm playing catch up right now. But I'm excited. I'm excited that this super app coming out. I'm not expecting it to just take things and blow it off to the moon or anything. None of you guys should either. We should be looking at this as just another check being made on their progress moving ahead. Again, everything that's going on right now is outside of crypto, and it's affecting crypto and the financial aspect of everything out there, including stocks. So this is nothing to worry about. This is where the millions are made. I always tell you guys this right now. And this is hard. I know it's hard for a lot of you guys out there to keep buying crypto when it's down like this, but just know this is where the millions are made if you're picking the right projects. And that's what we do on this channel. Make sure you smash that like button, guys. Share this content, because now is the time. If you can convince people in your family, friends, whoever, if you can convince them now is the time when they should be buying, then there'll be brighter days ahead. Crypto is that technology, and only a few assets are going to be adopted, but those that are adopted for convenience, like Zebec Network and everything that they're doing with payroll, everything they're doing with this super app, that is going to be convenient for maybe your aunt or uncle or whoever. Now that's some time off in the future, but it's all being built right now. The financial plumbing is here, and those who can have the foresight and can see ahead, they're the ones that are going to make the millions. And I'm expecting to make millions in this ZBCN investment, just like many of you out there. You guys let me know what you think, what you've been up to since I've been gone, and what have you been buying. I'm really
So shout out to Mr. Forsyth. I didn't even know he was gone. I don't know what happened. I thought he was just taking a break. Or actually, I've been sick, so I've been kind of out myself. But shout out to Mr. Forsyth. This is Crypto Spaces. Let's see what he has to say.
App continues. It's, very short time away before it goes live. And, time is going by very quickly, right? All the time that you see prices are at discounted prices, I think you should DCA these projects, right? I think now is a great time to dollar cost average into projects that you're bullish on. The future for crypto, in my opinion, is bright. Even though people have counted out, crypto, they think the administration that is in now is not going to be good for crypto. I think it will be because, I just saw somebody in the stock market. Stock market is doing great.
Also, just before we go any further, this channel has a giveaway of 1 million Shiba tokens. To enter, all you have to do is be subscribed to this channel, like this video, and comment hashtag Shiba Inu. Good luck.
Precious metals are doing great. Literally saw someone in the stock market turn $35,000 to 10 million in the past, year or so, right? And I think times like that will return to crypto, where you could toss, you could just invest a few thousand up to 10K, less than 10K in the crypto, and also make, millions, 6 to 7 figures, right? I think those times will come back, just like what happened in 2024, right? So, leading up to the super app is going to be a very exciting time for ZBCN. I think the team has been building. I think the fundamentals are there. I think the community is there. And this is what you like to look for. Also, top projects like XRP, XLM, XDC, those types of projects that have, cemented themselves in the space and are, have shown them that they're here for the long term. A lot of the top holders of those projects also have taken interest in ZBCN. So everything is a good sign for it. And in this video, I'm going to be breaking down why the ZBCN super app is bigger than a lot of people think, right? This is with the help of Ghost Web 3. Make sure you give him a follow if you're a ZBCN bull, right? You're bullish on ZBCN. You're a holder. You're part of the community. With a great, tweet and a great breakdown of the ZBCN super app and why it's so powerful, right? So the Zebec super app, ZBCN rocking, sudden massive usability. Users from Solana, Algorand, Ethereum, etc., could eventually stake and spend tokens, right? That is so bullish, right? Increases real demand for ZBCN beyond just Solana holders. Network effect expansion. Each new chain adds more wallets, more transactions, and more token velocity, right? The more chains could use the project. So you have people from all these different chains, from Ethereum, Algorand, all these different chains using ZBCN, and the app creates so much more users, so much more visibility for the project. In my opinion, that is very bullish, right? And price reacts to adoption, not just acceleration, right? So the card linked passive income, people can use their staked rewards for payments instantly. Now, a lot of people have a tough time. Remember, Bitcoin was supposed to be a peer-to-peer transaction system. They realized, the top Bitcoin guys, the top KOLs of Bitcoin, because Bitcoin has KOLs too, the top leaders of Bitcoin, realize it's too expensive and too slow to be a peer-to-peer transaction network, right? Unless they implement Lightning Network, but it doesn't look like they're going to do that. So what did they transition it to? What is the narrative of Bitcoin now? What is the the thing that makes Bitcoin special? Okay, it's a store of value. It's digital gold. If you don't want to buy physical gold and have a ton of, heavy pieces of metal in your house that you can't lug around everywhere you go. You buy Bitcoin. It's the digital version of it. Okay, great, great narrative, great, idea, great, thought process. But that means, what does that mean? That means the opening or the position or the, the project that could be the top peer-to-peer transaction coin or project or utility in the space, that hole is missing. That's a massive hole missing in the market, and ZBCN could fill that gap, right? ZBCN could be the project that is the ultimate peer-to-peer payment system. It could be, right? So with the card link passive income through ZBCN, people can use their stake rewards for payments instantly. Tokens now have real spending utility, not just a store of value. Exactly what I was just spoke about, right? Early bird advantage. Many users don't expect cross-chain functionality yet, so early participants see huge upside as the app scales. Extremely awesome to see stuff. But again, just to drive that point home, drive that fact home, ZBCN could be the project that fills that, massive threshold that we see in the crypto space for the payment, the peer-to-peer transaction system, the payment system, right? With the Zebec cards, the instant payments, it could be the one to pull that off. A lot of projects are trying to accomplish that. ZBCN has gotten so far ahead. They already have the users. Just take a look at the website. They already have the users. They already have, hundreds of chain integrations. They got everything it takes to accomplish that. So again, also including that to RWA projects, or real world asset projects as well, onboarding actual like TradFi to the market through their protocol, right? Trying to tap into a multi-trillion dollar industry. It has everything it takes to get there. So again, just for the team and the community to keep building, and the sky's the limit for ZBCN here, right? So again, this is why the super app is more powerful than a lot of people think. ZBCN right now.
People are really sleeping on the super app because they don't understand the capabilities it can do and how it can integrate so many things with the credit cards and the payfi. And I'm still wondering how she got access to whatever she showed us in that video earlier. Is that the super app, or is that part of the credit, the Zebec card? What was that she showed us in that link earlier, and how she accessing it? See if we can get someone from the Discord. See if they know. See if anybody is there. Let's see if we hit these guys up real quick. Let me see, where is the Discord? Let me see here. There we go. See if I can find the video or a video. Go back to the screen while we're looking.
0.002 in price, just under 200 mil market cap. Again, great tokenomics. 98% of the supply is out, just 2% left. And again, even with that 2% being released into the open market, that's not going to do anything to the price. Maybe it dips a little bit, right? But basically, all of the supply is already out. So this is what you like to see in crypto, right? A lot of projects only have, less than 50% circulating, and even less than that, 30%, 10% circulating. So a lot of projects over the months and time as it goes by, they're just dumping their tokens into the open market, inflating the price, diluting the price. So the price goes lower, but the market cap goes up, right? That's what's happening with a lot of projects that are proof of stake projects, right? They're infinitely inflationary, and there's no kind of balance to offset that. Like for example, Ethereum is infinitely inflationary, but there's a burn mechanism. You can just go to ultrasoundmoney.com and you'll see the burn mechanism for Ethereum, right? Whereas for example, for Solana, it's infinitely inflationary, there's no burn mechanism, and there's no voters that have voted on reducing the amount of inflation that it produces. So that's why I'm like, yo, great tokenomics for ZBCN. No more coins to be no ton of coins that are just consistently added to the market means massive upside potential here, right? That's just my personal opinion. If you disagree, you could just let me know in the comments, right? So T minus 9 days till ZBCN super app launch. This is an XRP guy right here, right? Yeah, and that's why I said he doesn't have a lot of followers. So who's to say he's not an XRP guy that was in the market for like since 2016, 2015, right? ZBCN all-time high say when from JSK. I don't care what's going on in this clip, but I do know that ZBCN super app goes live very soon. Great to see. ZBCN, man, for ZBCN fact that almost nobody talks about. Even most holders miss this one, right? So okay, another fact that we're gonna break down here. The name Zebec isn't random crypto jargon. It is inspired by a real historical ship, the Zebec ship. Okay, super fast, agile Mediterranean sailing vessel from the 16th to the 19th centuries used by pirates. Interesting. Merchants and navies to outrun and outmaneuver bigger and slower ships. So that's why the name is Zebec, because it's a faster, more instant, more speedy project compared to the other projects in the space. I get it. Makes sense. That's why the instant payments are so powerful. I get it. Just like that ship, Zebec Network was designed to be lean, fast, and disruptive. Yep, disruptive. Streaming money per second on Solana to bypass clunky legacy payroll systems that move like old galleons. Most people think it's just a cool sounding name, but it's a deliberate nod to be the quickest way to move value in a slow financial world. What's the deepest, most under the radar ZBCN fact you've uncovered? Like and retweet. Nice discovery from ZBCN, man. Here, lean, fast, disruptive, streaming money per second, outrunning the old world of finance. That's very bullish. Nice spot, very nice spot. And from Patient Prince, ZBCN allows businesses to operate without continuous payment flows, handling payroll and expenses automatically, paired with XRP for interbank operations and XLM for fiat access to stat bridges institutions to the end user seamlessly. This isn't theoretical, it's live financial infrastructure. And this is from the official source claims ZBCN. So very interesting, very bullish stuff, guys. Like I did in my previous video, I broke down in my previous video why ZBCN is so powerful and why it should be, in leagues of projects like XRP and XLM as well. And I really do believe that will be the case in the future. So as always, none of this is financial advice. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Join my Discord. Link to that is in the description. Also, go and support the Clips channel.
What up? Hitter all day. Just checked in for my ZBC news. Hitter all day. Hey, Silver. Oops. Wait, what was that? What happened? Hey, Silver, I see you again, fam. ZBCN Network. Yeah, Hitter, we're talking about this. Dang it. I was going to add something to it, actually. From earlier, she mentioned that she was using this guy. I'm trying to figure out
super app. So I'm super
where did
curious
she
to
get
see how much
access to the
more
app from.
user-friendly this whole experience will be.
Have you
In the
seen
past,
this?
I never had an issue with loading up a
Keep
card, but
stacking one day at a
sometimes people said there
time.
was a few
It'll
steps,
pay
and
off
now
just
I've
like
heard
early
that basically everything
XRP
is in one
holders. It
place.
paid
So I
off for
figured we
them
would check
too.
it out together. I'm gonna load
Check
up
this out though.
the new browser feature. Wallet, I'm gonna I discovered. My Zeno wallet, I'm gonna go ahead and click on the browser feature and then select Super App. After that, I'll select which Zeno wallet I want to use today. And then I'm going to enter in the email address associated with my Zebec account. Now I'm in the Super App. I can see all active and inactive cards all in one place. And I even have a PIN number. This is a huge upgrade. Before, I had no idea what my PIN was. So this is really helpful. I can see all card transactions all in one place. I don't have to go over to my payment vault now. and I can fund the card. So I'm going to select on Freedom Dollar today, and I'm going to enter in $20 to fund my carbon card, my reloadable card. And it'll just take a few seconds. I'll press confirm. And then this information will also be emailed to me through my payment vault, but it's all in one place on the Super app now. You could see my total balance right here. And then when I click on carbon card, you could see my available balance as well, my PIN number, and you can see all card transactions. Favorite up easily now being able to see the card balances. Before I really struggled with this, I didn't used to like having to go into my payment vault to be able to see all that information. It's really easy now that it's all in one place. So I think this is fine. I'm really curious to hear if you guys use Zebec cards, and if you do, what is your favorite cryptocurrency to load up on the Zebec cards? Let me know down in the comments.
Do any of you use the Zebec card? I don't know if I ordered mine, it didn't come, or if I didn't finish the order, but that's actually pretty awesome. Let me know what you guys think about that as well. And I was just looking to make some updates to some of these images. Let me see here. We got another quick video. We play this guy. Play Grow Rich, Grow Happy. Oh, I got Neptune.
Guys, nothing I say is financial advice. But first, let's look at the fear and greed index. And right now, we are in extreme fear. So there's a lot of uncertainty in the crypto market. A lot of your favorite crypto plays have had a significant pullback, and it's just had an impact on the overall market. There's just not a lot of cash in the market right now. And as you can see with Bitcoin, if we look at Bitcoin over the last year, it has pulled back from its all-time highs. Like, it's just been on a continued downtrend. And its high was right around 126K, and this price point is 124K. But if we look here on October 6th, 126K was its all-time high. And we are now sitting at $68,523. We are down 29.8%. So essentially, it's pretty much just almost cut in half as far as the price is concerned. But that has just had a huge impact on what's going on in crypto. But if we look at Zebec Network real quick, here's the interesting part about Zebec Network. It is still up on the year. It is up 88.93% on the year. And a lot of altcoins and cryptos cannot say that. Now, has it pulled back from its all-time high? Sure. So it's been a pullback, just like other plays. It's been a pullback. But on the year as a whole, this is very interesting. And whether the market is up or whether the market is down, the Zebec Network leadership team and Simon, they continue to be out there building and making those product updates. And this is the product update here. It says USD1 is now live on Zebec cards. You can now load and spend USD1 on your Zebec Silver and Carbon cards on Solana. Yep. And it says here, USD1 is now live on Zebec Silver and Carbon cards on Solana. Spend USD1 and earn cash back in dollar coin. More details on one coin on Solana rewards coming soon. So looks like you're going to be able to earn cash back and other rewards as well, which raises some eyebrows, and that's going to bring additional utility with this USD1, as there has been a lot of momentum with USD1. And if we look here, again, we're talking about the significance of this, because what's going to happen is a lot of people are going to want that USD1, and they're going to want to be paid in USD1. And with Zebec Network, the bread and butter is payroll by the second. And as you can see here, look at this. A newly created wallet spent 2.75 million USDC to buy 21.11 million World Liberty Financial at 13 cents. The wallet still holds 11.21 million USD1 and is likely to spend it all. But this is interesting because this lets you know that there's a lot of interest in USD1. So this is smart on Zebec Network, because I feel in the future there's going to be a lot of continued partnerships with World Liberty Financial. And as the payroll and the payroll streams continue to build out on Zebec Network, more and more people, whether it's USDC, whether it is RLUSD, and in this case USD1, it's going to grow in popularity, and they're going to want to be paid in that by the second. But somebody's sitting on 11.21 million in USD1. And again, let's break down the further impact of USD1. So if we go here to USD1, it has now got into the top 20. It wasn't that long ago that this was launched. So this hasn't even been launched that long, and it's already the 20th ranked coin in the world, and it is a top stable coin. It even passed PayPal stablecoin, and it's sitting at a $5.27 billion market cap, which is impressive. But currently there's 697K holders, and that's just going to continue to build and build and build. But this thing has been on a huge momentum streak. So again, what does this partnership do for someone like Zebec Network? It essentially just gives you that more visibility, and it allows for you to be kind of top of mind with other projects. And as you can see here, looks like Elijah says, everyone is watching BTC. Meanwhile, a new dollar rail is quietly forming in Florida. If you think World Liberty Financial is just a celebrity-backed project, you're missing the structure. Let's talk about it. USD1 is already sitting around a $5 billion market cap. That places it among the largest stablecoins globally. Not early stage, already scaled. It says platform stats from month 1, 300 plus million in total value locked, 13% supply rate on USDC, and 7% on USD1. Yep. So again, it says agree or disagree with the narrative, but capital is flowing. Yeah, there is a lot of capital and a lot of attention on USD1. And it says if USD1 becomes a settlement layer instead of just a yield token, the implications change. And it says look at who's showing up for February 18th at Mar-a-Lago. And there's a list of people here. And it says here that's not a crypto meetup lineup, that's an institutional curiosity. Yeah, so it's going to be a lot of more and more. It's better to, when something like this comes out, whether it's the World Liberty Financial Token or if it's USD1, it's important to be in it early and get those partnerships done early. And it says, yeah, roadmap signals, debit card. Yeah, that's what we just talked about. You can now spend your USD1 using the Zebec carbon card, silver card, and I'm sure they're going to have a custom card also. But yeah, everything is just kind of expanding. Let's see if it'll allow us to go back. Just go back to my. Yeah, but yeah, again, this is just like massive news and the continued accumulation. And this is how Zebec Network is going to win big, because you're going to be building up more and more transaction fees with these Zebec cards. And there's going to be more and more usage with those, whether it's the silver card, carbon card, and the merging of all these different utility projects, meme coin projects. That's just going to be more and more of the supply that the Zebec Network leadership team can accumulate and remove that out of circulation. And that's, again, is going to create more and more buy pressure on ZBCN, and kind of as a result, price go up. So that's what we're looking for. Simon already said that he looks for the rewards to be double this year. So I believe they were like right around 65 million in rewards, and that's going to be double by the end of 2026. But who knows? This is kind of being at the right place at the right time with this project, because all they do is they deliver and they're building no matter what the market conditions are. And that's what I look for in projects like this. Like, if it gets quiet and nobody's saying nothing and nothing's getting done, deadlines are being missed, then that's when there's a concern there. And this project too, with Zebec Network, this project, in my opinion, is a $1 billion project. It is a top 100 project, in my opinion, soon to be. So right now it is currently sitting at 135 far as its market cap. So yeah, this, in my opinion, can crack that top 100 and continue on with that momentum. But everything and all these partnerships that they're building out, and they're going to continue on with the partnership with World Liberty Financial, XRP's partnership we've talked about before, XLM, they're going to continue to have more surprises in 2026. This is why I feel that Zebec Network will win even bigger. I want to thank you for listening to this video, and thanks.
So shout out to Crypto Neptune as well. Guess that's it. We'll shut it down for the evening. Looks like a Zebec is up 1.13% on the hour, 1.4957% on the day. Looks like there's some activity going here. What's really going on? Let's check the 2-hour chart and see. It looks like there's some volume building here on the 2-hour. I guess the 15-minute. Looks like the RSI is up on the 15-minute chart. Something's happening. And we're building volume there as well. On 4-hour, looks like we're still kind of down. RSI is coming up on the 4-hour. And look at the 5 minutes, looks pretty flat. But thanks for joining. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And thanks for keeping up all day, Silver Days, with all the videos. Appreciate it. And as always, let's get back to the money, guys, and stay dangerous. Miners out.